All right, I believe you can hear me now, right? Okay, all right, sorry. Let me just continue. I think it's better now. All right, all right. So just like I was saying, leadership development is what all of us need. And I told you initially that the major reason why leadership development is very important is because that is the only way you can multiply results. That is the only way you can multiply results. Now, leadership development is equipping and training people to accomplish what? To accomplish a wide range of what? Maybe a course, to accomplish a particular course through what? Through other people. Now, leadership development is mentoring. It is what? It is mentoring with the intention of enhancing the leadership development in him or her, the person that you are actually teaching. Now, you are taking time to mentor this person. You are taking time to teach this person what he or she needs to know so that the person can understand what it takes to actually lead to. So anything that does not have generational impact, let me tell you the truth, God is not interested in it. God has nothing to do with anything that has no generational impact. Now, if you look at everything that has to do with the creation, guess what happened? God made it in a way that after that thing that has died, there is still a way that the thing can even surface again. There is still a way that that thing can still surface again. That's the reason why you see some things like maybe you how will I put it? A minute. So that's the reason why if a seed die, what happens is that seed will still germinate again. And God is so much interested in the seed. He's not even interested in the tree. Because if the tree die, once there is seed, a seed is planted, what happens is this, it must still germinate again. Another thing will still rise again. So your job as a leader is to plant seed in people. The seed you are planting, that is the mentorship. That is the mentoring. You are trying to plant a seed inside that person. We are trying to raise somebody that is a nobody so that this person can understand how this thing is done. That's the reason why you see people, they call themselves what? Thought leaders, because leadership is thought. Are you following what I'm saying? Leadership is thought. So I want us to stop planning. Don't plan to be a superstar in your team. Give people in your team a wing to fly. More especially when you notice that they have understood what it takes to build their business. Are you following? Give people a wing to fly. Don't be the superstar in your team. That is what it means that you are raising people. Sometimes you engage them, give them tasks. You are giving them tasks. As you are giving them tasks, you are engaging them. As you are giving them tasks, you are monitoring them. I'm still going to explain to us the four key ways to raise a leader from scratch. How to raise somebody from scratch. If you don't know it, you learn it and you start applying it in your business. Are you following? Now, one of the things you need to do is to kill the mindset that nobody in your team should even be better than you. There are thousands of people that will come in your team tomorrow that is going to be far, far better than you. So your job is to help them to actually drive the business to the next level. That is what the leadership development is all about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of benefits when it comes to raising leaders. There are a lot of benefits. If you are doing this business, your biggest concern should be this person that is in my team. Don't neglect anybody that you see in your team. Oh. Let me tell you the truth. Anybody that God created, any human being that God created, the person has a strong capacity to do the thing that you never thought that the person can do. Any human being that is born of, that is created by God, has a DNA of God that is running in him. Don't think that that person cannot do it, because that is the problem we're having. We think this person cannot do it. We think the other person cannot do it. He can do it. That thing you want to teach that person that thing. He can do it. Because that same person, the same DNA of God that is running in me, the same DNA of God that is running in you, is the same thing that is running in that person. Your job is to mentor the person, guide the person so that he can understand what he needs to do. Sometimes what most people are doing in their team is what they'll be neglecting people in their team. This one did not go to school. I will not teach him what he need to know. This one did not do this one. I will not do this. No, you don't have to do that. Because we have seen people that did not go to school in our business that are doing well. Some of us were using those set of individuals to even do close down to other people. Now, the reason why that person stood and became successful was because somebody believed in him. Somebody trusted that, yes, even though you did not go to school, guess what happened? You can become successful. Even though you did not go to university, I believe in you. I know you have a capacity. I know that if you decide to do this business, that you can do bigger than a lot of people that even went to school. I strongly believe in you. Just take your business very serious. Just take personal development very serious. That person, because his leader believe in him or her, the person is doing everything possible to see how he can become better. And guess what happened? There are a lot of people that are in our business. They did not go to school, but they make more money than so many people that went to school. It was possible because of what? Mentorship. It was possible because of what? Mentorship. Now, number one key benefit of leadership development is this. It is the, when you raise leader, one of the things you understand is this. It is the major means through which what vision can be outlived the visionary. The only way the vision can outlive the visionary is that a leader has been raised. Today, Christianity is spreading because the vision was to actually reconcile mankind to God. That same vision is still in place, even though the mantle bearer of the vision, which was Jesus Christ, is no more. But that same vision is still in place. Why? Because leaders were raised that are still raising even more leaders. So one way to actually test, if you want to know whether you have been raising in your team, if you want to know whether you have been actually raising people in your team, now I have discovered that the absolute test of leadership is to step out. When you step out, watch to know if there are something that are happening in your business. If you are not there, watch to know if there is something that is happening in your business. If there is nothing that is happening in your business, if you are not there, what it means is that nobody has been raised. And if nobody has been raised, you need to now understand that it is a conscious effort for you to understand that you have to raise people. Those people that are coming around in your team, you have to start learning how to reprogram the mindset of a new distributor so that the person too can start seeing the same thing that you are seeing. And the person will start building the business with you. That is your job. That is what you are being paid for. That is what the reason why M Global is paying us is because we are doing this very work. That's what we are doing. And if we cannot do it effectively, it becomes a problem. It becomes what? It becomes a problem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why I'm telling you this thing is because a lot of us, we need to understand this. I'm telling you the truth. We need to understand this. Because once we understand this, our business will shift to the next level. Our business will shift to the next level. If you go to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3, it says something. It said, and these things that you have heard from me, among many witnesses, commit this to what? To this thing that you have heard from me, among many witnesses. He said, commit this to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. You don't understand. You are only committing it to what? To faithful men. There are a lot of people that join your business. It's not all of them that are faithful. There are people that are joining your business. All of them are not faithful. It is not all of them. You can't work with everybody. Second Timothy is advising you. He said, all these things that you have learned from me, that you even have a lot of witnesses, commit these things to faithful men, because you cannot cast a lot of things that are actually precious to swine. Imagine when we saw that after we sit down with the person, tomorrow you'll be looking for the person, you can't find him. It will be effort in futility. So before you start developing time to mentor, so sorry about that. Nigerian network is another thing. But we'll see how we can actually do and wrap up. I don't want to be taking so much time. But I believe people are learning something. I believe you are learning something. So that is what 2 Timothy 2 verse 2. He said, commit all these things to faithful men. Commit them to faithful men. Now, every leader that is at the sound of my voice, you must be a painter of a picture of the vision. Anybody that is a successful leader, you must understand how to paint pictures of the vision. You must understand how to actually get people to see where they are going. You must understand how to actually paint a picture, let people understand the type of life that is possible for them if they decide to actually run this business and take this business very serious and remain consistent in the business. Now, one of the things I want to let you understand is this. Some of us that you started this business from scratch. You started as a nobody. Nobody know your family. Nobody know anything about you. You are a nobody. Nobody know anything about you. What you are trying to do is that you are trying to use network marketing as a vehicle to actually build a generational wealth in your family. Now, understand that it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be rosy. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be difficulties. But what actually determines whether you succeed is the reason why you are doing the business. Because if you don't learn how to paint the picture of the vision, even to your teammates, what it means is that you can't communicate the vision you have to others. And if your people are not passionate about the vision, if you don't paint the picture of the vision to them, they can't run with it. That's the reason why you must be passionate about painting the picture of the vision so that your people will understand the vision and they can run with it. Are you following what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying? So you must be a good painter of the vision. The second benefit of what? Of leadership development is leadership is a cure against burnout in business. Anybody that you are seeing that is struggling in business, guess what happened? The reason why that person is still struggling is because the person has not actually raised leaders. Once you raise leaders, you are going to reduce the number of stress that you go through in your business. Once you raise leaders, guess what? The number of stress you are going through in your business will reduce. That is the truth. Now, if you look at the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 17, he says something. He said, then I will come down and talk with you there. I will take the spirit that is upon you and what? And will put the same spirit upon them. That is what? Casting the vision. You are casting the vision. You have to actually learn how to cast the vision. The last time I talked about the spirit of entrepreneurship, some of you got a lot of value from that very training. You got a lot of value from that very training. I believe you're following. I believe you can hear me. Now, you must learn how to cast this vision. You must learn how to pour the spirit. Now, that's the reason why at every point in time, you must be highly inspired, because your people will be looking at the level of inspiration that is coming out from you. Every human being that you see has two things inside him. One is that inspired person. The second one is what? That person that is demoralized. What you become is directly proportional to the one you feel most. If every time you are feeling demoralized, if every time you are feeling down, you cannot inspire a team. You can't build a team feeling down, because your team is actually looking up to you. So you can't be down. Even if you are facing challenges, you must actually come out strong at every point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing I'm telling you are the things we need to start putting in place, because vision does not make you to burn out. It is the lack of training and teaching people that are in your team what they need to know to drive the vision that makes people to burn out. When you don't have people that you have actually taught the same thing that you know, at every point in time, you see yourself, you are struggling. But when you focus on raising men, when you know that the primary assignment that you have people in your business, your major primary assignment is to raise people. They have finished their SMO checklist. You are taking them through the stage of what? Learning how to say their story, taking them through the stage of what? Teaching them how to run presentation. Some of you here, I taught you how to run presentation. Now the question is, how did I teach you how to run presentation? That same way I taught you how to do, you start teaching them the same thing. That is how to do it. And before you know what's happening, you place it as a priority that in your office, like what we used to do in Onitsha here, we have some days that we will practice presentation. It is by practicing that some of them started rising, started learning how to do it. Guess what happened? Some of them, as I speak to you today, can present, but initially they can't present. It was through raising that it became possible. Now, leadership develop you to be on fire and not for you to be burn out. Leadership is what will even help you. Your team can be in momentum, because there are a lot of people that have understood what they need to do and they are doing it. Now, leadership development is the only guarantee that a leader will succeed. It is when a leader has developed people, that is the guarantee that the person will succeed. Because your success as a leader is measured by the quality of the people that you are leading. If the people that you are leading are still shabby, they don't understand the skill, they don't know anything about the business, they don't even understand what they are left from their rights in the business, what it means is what? You see, the leader cannot succeed. Because the success of the leader is measured by the quality of the people that he's leading. So that is the reason why the leader needs to be somebody that is intentional with leadership development, somebody that is intentional with personal development, so that you can acquire the necessary knowledge that can help you to teach others. That's the reason why a leader should not joke with training. That's the reason why a leader should not joke with sanity. Because he knows that I need to learn something to be able to feed my people, because the quality of the success I will have in the business is directly proportional to the people that I'm leading. If the people I'm leading is very sharp, if they understand the skill, they can do the same thing I'm doing, what it means is that my business will move to the next level. Some of you want your business to move to the next level, but this thing I'm telling you are the things you need to focus on. You need to focus on educating the people that you have already, because one person you have in your team is a nation. Imagine when you have educated two people in your team, left and right, they can do what you are doing. Do you know maybe you are going for a home launch in a particular location, another person is going for home launch in another location. At the end of the day, the result is multiplied. That's what we're doing in the business. That's what we're doing in the business. Are you following? So if you actually want to get dried out in the business, what you need to understand, you'll be leading follower. If you don't want success in this business, focus on leading followers. If you are leading followers, you'll be making money, but you can't succeed. If you want to succeed in the business, you must lead leaders, because it is by leading leaders that you can multiply your results. So this thing I'm telling you is what we need to start imbibing in our business so that we can raise more people in the team. And what I want to let you understand is that it starts from you. It starts from you working on yourself. It starts from you growing. It starts from you carrying yourself as a leader. It starts from you taking responsibility of your people. It starts from you carrying the growth mindset. It starts from you actually thinking about your people. The people you connected, they are not making progress. You are thinking about how you can help them to make progress, because leadership development makes a leader more effective. Your level of effectiveness as a leader is directly proportional to the skill that you have gathered as a leader. The more skill you are gathering, ladies and gentlemen, the more you are actually be able to lead more people to where they need to get to. The more you are able to lead more people to where they need to get to. This thing I'm telling you is very, very key. You see a lot of people in the business, they are doing something. Guess what happened? Are they getting results? Yes, they are getting results. But the truth of the whole thing is that they are not making progress. Do you know why they are not making progress? There is no leader. And just like I told you, if you want to test your business, if you really want to test what is happening in your business, step out. Step out from doing that thing that you are doing and know what will happen in your team if you are not there. So if you understand this I'm saying, you will know how important this thing I'm saying is, and how we need to treat this as urgent as possible. As urgent as what? As possible. Because that is the only way for us to get to where we're going. The only way for us to get to where we're going. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take much of our time. I think I just want this meeting to be lasting for at least 1 hour, 30 minutes. I just want it to be lasting at least 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I think we have already spent approximately 1 hour already, or we can be doing it 1 hour. I don't want us to spend more time. So I am still going to continue later on the importance of what? Leadership. Importance of what? Benefits of leadership development. I want to close this meeting by reading a verse in the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 5. It says something. For this reason, I left you in Crete, that you should set in order the things that are lacking, and appoint elders in every city as I commanded you. And appoint elders in every city as I've commanded you. The first instruction is to set everything in order. The second instruction is appointing elders. So what you need to understand is that if your business needs to move to the next level, your responsibility is to actually find a way to have elders that you can appoint when you are not there. Okay, Mr. Let me use Roland. Okay, Mr. Roland. Okay, I'm not going to be around. You are going to be around, so that you can take charge of this. Okay, Roland has some people in his team. Okay, please, Mr. I'm not going to. He himself, he can actually do the same thing. He can set things in order so that there will be nothing that is lacking, and appoint elders that will take charge when he is not there. That is effectiveness. That is leadership development. What I'm telling you is a key that all of us need to understand. A key. Ladies and gentlemen, when you grow leaders, when you have leaders in your team, one of the things it does is what? It guarantees the growth of an organization. Because organizational growth is the growth of a leader. I will stop there. Organizational growth is happening because of what? Because of the growth of the leader. So today, Dr. Elijah Mbadi did a training. He was asking us, in the next 5 years, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? In the next 5 years, what type of life will you be living in the next 5 years? Who will you become in the next 5 years? To be able to actually get that thing that you're looking for. Who will you become? Who will you become? Will you remain the same person that you are now? Or will you intentionally work on yourself? Will you do what it takes to shift to the next level? Will you work on yourself intentionally and upgrade your mentality and your mindset so that things can change, so that you can lead a more effective team? I believe if we can do this, a lot of things is going to be changing in our business. If you can take more responsibility, so many things is going to be changing in our business. And gradually, we'll start seeing the results that we're looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, remember what I started this meeting with. Any success you see people achieve, there's a mindset behind it. I will stop here for today. So I want to appreciate each and every one of you that made time to join here. But before I actually round up, I just want to, if there is something you learned today and you want to say something about it, just raise your hand up. I just want to hear like maybe feedback from the whole team. Feedback, you want to just something you caught from the meeting today. And if you feel like this is something you want us to continue, then let me hear from you. Just raise your hand up and say one or two things. Your feedback is important to me because it's what will actually let me understand that I'm not wasting my time. Am I speaking to leaders or I'm speaking to distributors? Anybody that wants to say something, let me hear from you. I just need a feedback. All right, so if I have asked you to unmute yourself, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I didn't learn a lot in this meeting. I even have my jotter where I'm jotting things down. So, where I caught my attention is based on the three things that you say that we have to study about this business. If anything that you have to study in this 21st century, it has to be in these basic three things. It's all about mindset, sharpening your skills, and as well leadership, which we are talking about tonight, the foundation of leadership. So this leadership we talked about, that's when a leader is rise, results are multiply. So you being in this business, your thinking and your focus should be how you can impact in life of people so that you can do that same thing that you are doing. So even though that you are not there, you are not a foreman of a foreman. That is, you are not only the person that will run the business of everybody. So you need to raise some people that will be strong and follow your footsteps as you are doing things. So on the basic or benefit of raising these leaders, there's one thing you say that caught my attention, that is the easiest way to accomplish the vision. So you say that there's one thing I mentioned some distance ago, that leaders is like a pillar of building this business. The reason leaders, kingsmen, that are the pillars of building this business. So for you to raise a kingsman, that is, you have already a kingsman and a leader also, so that you can accomplish the vision. And our mission is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaire. So anything you are doing, somebody is doing, and you are not already a millionaire, that's mission you haven't fulfilled the mission. So I learned a lot this. I hope this meeting will continue every Saturday, because it's quite interesting and uh, very impressive. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ifeanyi, for that contribution. Just like you said, yes, the statement I made is that you are not the foreman to do the work of foremen. You are not the foreman to do the work of foremen. So your job is to actually, in summary, duplicate. That is the job. And in duplicating, you must understand how to raise people. So the essence of this training is to take us from the process of understanding the foundation of leadership development, the benefits of raising leaders, and how we can now raise leaders. Because I discovered that it is a very big problem most people are experiencing in the business. So when you understand it, you gradually, you yourself, in your own way, start raising people. Because there are people that God will still send to you. There are people that will be more comfortable working with you than working with me. So that is how it is. So I don't know if any other person wants to say something. If any other person wants to say something. If any other person wants to say something. Amarachi, are you there? I want to hear from you. I've made you a co-host. I want to hear from you what you learned in the meeting. Amarachi, are you there? Unmute yourself. Go ahead. Let me hear from you.
Yeah,
All right, good evening. Let me hear from you.
I don't really have anything. To,
Huh?
I don't really have anything to say. My even though I'm not this, so I don't understand you people understand. I
Okay.
know quite a way forward because I've not joined ever.
Okay. So next Saturday, we'll start by 9 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think we're going to bring the meeting to a close. So, Roland, please lead us in a closing prayer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, let us pray. Our Heavenly Father Jehovah, the grand creator of heaven and earth, the God who dwells above the most high heavens, we thank you so much for the way you have kept us alive for throughout the day. We thank you for the meeting that we've just had today. We pray that you place all the things that we have learned so that we could be able to retain them in our memory and see areas that we can equally apply it in our business so that our business can be able to shift to the next level. We have no power of our own to do all of these things. That's why we are committing absolute control. May you continue to lead us by means of your Holy Spirit, leaders, and helping them as they are taking all their time, spending all the necessary things that they need to do in order for us to grow in our business. We pray that you continue to ready here any moment from now at the night, so that we all will sleep and wake up to the next morning. That is, we glorify your holy name. All these are our humble requests and life through the name of your Son Jesus.
Amen.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much, each and every one of us that made our time to join the meeting tonight. Wish to see you all next week, Saturday.